Hello, my friends, and before we start the video, I'm gonna just talk about what my subscriber goal is. So, in my subscriber goals, so at 10 subscribers, I stream Dead Space 2 on hardcore with only a plasma cutter. At 50 subs, I will Lies of P stream. Not the DLC, just just the original game, no DLC. I'll just do a new playthrough of it, and yeah. At, at 100 subs, I will do a chin reveal. At 200, I'll do a Q&A, just a Q&A stream. By the way, all my streams will be Q&A. This wouldn't just be like me drawing and doing Q&A. And at at 300, 400, and 500, I'll just be playing any video game I can get my hands on. Same with all the way up to 1,000. I will be doing a gameplay stream, a game stream, and at 1,000, I will be doing another Q&A drawing stream, and then it will keep going like that until I hit 10K, which I will do a elbow review, and then after an elbow review at 20K, I'll do the other elbow review, and then after that, I'll do a neck reveal. Then I'll keep going until my whole body, except for my face. At 1 mil, I will do a face reveal, and promptly destroy that video as soon as it's released. So, without further ado, let's get into the topic I actually want to talk about for this video. We're going to be talking about spells, how they work, and what types are there. So, there's three types of spells. There are summoning, and conjuring, and enchantment. So, everyone has access to enchantments. Everyone can learn enchantments. And everyone can also learn summoning. What's the hardest part is learning conjuring. So conjuring is the hardest one. So let's start with that one. It's basically like the paramecia of devil fruits from One Piece. So that's basically how they're grouped. It's like the random stuff that doesn't fit into the other two categories, which are yeah. So let's get into those last two, which should take about like 4 minutes each. So there, well, let's finish this one. So, conjuring is like fireballs and like healing and like basic abilities, and without you don't really use a lot of stamina uh for it, and so basically most of these spells don't require a verbal or hand signs. They're or like doing anything. They just happen for these ones. You just have to think about the spell basically for even low level wizards and sorcerers. And yeah, so you just have to think about it, and it will most likely. Well, no, it won't most likely. It will appear and do what you thought it would do. Of course, there's other stuff to it, and blah blah blah. It does cost a bit more mana than just doing hand signs or doing a fucking sacrifice for one of them. And yeah. So next up is summoning. Summoning is like Naruto summoning. You can summon creatures, or weapons, and these ones usually require either a sacrifice or verbal or hand signs. This one has the most requirements because you're literally summoning something. The most common thing people summon are their weapons of choice. For example, Leon uses a sickle, so he could literally just summon them, but he doesn't require any mana since they're literally bound to him, kind of like how the Blades of Chaos are bound to Kratos. So yeah, and fun. That's another fact about Leon. The sickles are bound to him like Kratos. He can't get rid of them, no matter how much he wants to, which is fine. And also, no one can actually use his sickles. So besides him and a little god, those are the only things that can use sickles. But that's off topic, and people also use it to summon beasts and animals to help them in combat. For example, somebody could summon um, for example, let's go back to Naruto. You can summon a demon that you can make a deal with, or an angel, or like anything. So yeah, that's all for this section. The last section will be about how fighting works. By the way, fighting works, and yeah, let's get into enchantment. So enchantments usually require using the old languages of the worlds. So what the old languages are like English. I mean not English. Spanish, French. Basically anything that the person whose deities originally come from. For example, if you're trying to use a spell that the use a spell that the Greek gods made, you have to speak Greek, or if you have to make a spell or like use an enchantment, like for Leon, he learns the enchantment of Spain, which basically allows all weapons to be loyal only to him, and also he knows the heavenly enchantment, which basically makes all the weapons he chooses, the weapon he enchants, to be heavenly for a set period of time. But it costs a shit ton of mana to uh, keep active, so he doesn't really use it. And yeah, that's pretty much how enchantment works. You just have to speak the old language, and it's the second most used after summoning. I mean, not after summoning, after conjuring. Summoning is the least used, but not by much. And yeah, so next step is how people fight, because this is really important to how people melee combat works. So melee combat mainly works on how stamina. So, for example, in one of the uh, uh, comics, Leon summons a giant ice spike, and then he literally dies because he spent too much of his energy. You don't get the idea he dies, but he dies from how much energy he used for that. You could literally die if you use too much energy. It's kind of like chakra, not gonna lie. It's kind of like how chakra works. If you run out of it, you literally die. But it's for like stamina, and it's like how long. It's not about. It's not about like learning new moves. Everyone knows their moves. It's just getting to that point where you can use it regularly. So yeah, that's how fighting works, and we're gonna cut this video short, I guess. So thank you for watching, and see you guys next week, and bye.